Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We are still we're getting there. We're almost there. We are almost at Dunkoi Walk. I say almost, what is it? It's Friday now, so we've got, what, 3 more days? Well, if you count today, 2 more days worth of blogging, i.e. playing a video in silence, depending on what I do, and then we should arrive there on Monday. Unless we don't arrive there on Monday and I end up blogging on Monday and then we arrive there on Tuesday. Yeah. So anyway, I played Yakuza 5 for the first time last night. Well, okay, I played it earlier. Like I say I played. I watched the prologue because the prologue is like an entire chapter of just cutscenes. Just to make sure that the game actually worked. But I didn't actually delve any more into the game at that time. I think at the time it was Borderlands 2 Loot Hunt time, and I was all about Borderlands 2. So I'm taking a bit of a break for Borderlands for the moment. So I've decided to play Yakuza 5. The other reason why I was holding off too was I was just, even though I've already bought the game, the Japanese version of course, I still had my fingers crossed that maybe there'd be some news about an English release, and if so, I probably just wouldn't play the game at all and wait for the English release, because it would be much more enjoyable experience to have it with English subtitles, because I'm playing the game and these people are talking and I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, I maybe understand 10%, 5 to 10% of what they're saying, and that 5 to 10% is nothing more than just grammatical expressions like, oh really? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Wait a minute. That can't be right. Those kind of things. Like the actual substance, the meat and potatoes of what they're talking about. I ain't got a clue. Apart from the fact that it's probably about Yakuza. That's really all I know. Um, but yeah, so I've been playing that. I found something out that's pretty freaking mind-blowing, and I nerded myself all over the room when I noticed it. So, I already knew that Taiko no Tatsujin, the taiko drumming arcade game that I love so much, is in this game. And it's a bit disappointing. I played it, and it's a bit disappointing there's only 3 songs. And, like, only one of those songs has a hard difficulty. And hard difficulty isn't actually the hardest difficulty. There's Oni, which is, like, impossibly hard difficulty. But that has no presence in this game whatsoever. It's a little bit disappointing. Still, it's a fun game. And I'm really glad and happy that it's included in there. I also played Virtual Fighter 2. God damn that game. I don't know how much money I wasted, but I spent, because it's like 100 yen or $1 per credit. I probably wasted about 15 credits. I only made it to like round 4. And I'm like, fuck this. And then I realized, oh, there's 10 rounds. Yeah, no. Nope. Nope. Also I blew a ton of money on pachinko. I just accidentally walked into a pachinko place while I was walking around. And I just sat there and I just played pachinko. Even though the two pachinko machines, a little bit disappointed again, that the two different pachinko machines are the same pachinko machines from the last 2 games, i.e. Yakuza 4 and Dead Souls. So you've got the Virtual Fighter, Pachinko, and I think it's called Aladdin's Chance. And I played Aladdin's Chance a little bit, and I played both of them, like, to death. I'm pretty sure I got whatever you have to do to get the minigame, like the in-game minigame, like, completion. I did, like, for maybe Aladdin's Chance in Yakuza 4, I believe, and then I did Virtual Fighter for Dead Souls just to do something different. But the fact of the matter is that now they're the same ones. I've already played them. That being said, I spent at least $100 $100 might be putting it lightly. You start off with $300, or Sanmanen, which is 30,000 yen? Yeah, 30,000 yen, or $300. I at least spent, I think at the end of it, I had 17,000 yen. So I spent around about 120, 130 yen. Sorry, $130. Just playing pachinko, and I didn't get anywhere with it. Like, I didn't win once. You gotta get 7,777 balls to get the stupid completion thing. Fuck. God damn it. It's really the only one that you should do if you've got the stupid special items that let you pwn everything. That's going to be really difficult in this one because it's all in Japanese. It's going to be difficult to find the keys, and there is a guy on Game FAQs that's done really good FAQs for the Yakuza games. His name's the Patrick. He did excellent. I think he did one for Yakuza 1. Yeah, I believe so. And he's done it for Yakuza 2, Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4, Dead Souls. Also did one for Kanzan, which was great because Kanzan's the samurai one, not the new samurai one, the old samurai one. That was never released in the West. So using that walkthrough, it's sort that you can actually like read the dialogue, so you can understand what the hell they're saying. Very big help. I didn't really do much in that game because it was so different from the other games. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I didn't really bother trying to do any of the mini games or stuff like that. But this game, assuming the English one never comes out, I still would like to do the side quests, but the Patrick hasn't done a guide for it, and I'm really bummed out. There's, I think last week, or like within the last week, some guy posted on FAQs that he did a full guide, and I checked it out, but it's not that great. Like, there's a walkthrough, but the walkthrough is like, Kiryu talks to dude about something. Like, it literally says about something. Like, it doesn't actually say what they're talking about. And then, cutscene, and then guy is driving a car. And I'm like, what? You could at least tell me what they're talking about. What I really want is an actual English transcript of what they're saying. And I can't find one. And it's really hard to enjoy, like, the cutscenes or the story when I don't know what the freaking hell is going on. It's a real bummer there. So, I don't think the Patrick is ever actually going to do one, which is really bummy. There's a guy on YouTube, username is KHH Subs. Sorry, there's only two H's there. KHH Subs. He did a really good playthrough of Kanzan with where he like not Photoshop, but he like put English subtitles instead of the Japanese ones. And that's really cool because like watching the I played the game while at the same time reading the FAQ from the Patrick, or reading it first and then watching the cutscene, and vice versa. But being able to watch the cutscene with English subtitles is so awesome. And he has expressed interest in doing Yakuza 5, but I think at the moment Sega are just like flagging any video that's got like Yakuza 5 cutscenes in it. I know I got flagged when I did like 4 episodes. That was the Yakuza 5 demo. My 2 of the videos got flagged because they had cutscenes in them, and I got blacklisted. I was like, Jesus, what the hell? But I deleted those videos, a quick snap, and got all that cleared up. Which probably means I might not be able to ever do a Yakuza 5 playthrough, which is a bit of a bummer. But I don't know, Yakuza is one of those games that I wouldn't really want to, at the very least, I wouldn't want to do a playthrough that's the first time through, like I'm doing with Borderlands 2, for example. Yakuza is one of those games that I just want to play by myself, at least the first time. I think Avo and I did, 4 episodes of Yakuza 4? That never got flagged or anything. But anyway, moving on. So, interesting point about Yakuza 5. At the beginning of the game, usually in the Yakuza games, at the beginning of the game, you know, there's a semi-tutorial type thing, and most of the map is blocked off, and you're forced to go somewhere to have a, you know, random, a quote-unquote random battle that's actually a scripted battle, to teach you how to fight. Although in this game, right at the beginning, the entire map's open to you, and you can go wherever you want. It's really awesome. Although, that being said, for those who don't know, Yakuza 5, unlike the other games, is split between 5 different cities. 5 or 6? I think there's 5. Yeah, 5. And, now the main city in all the games has always been Tokyo, or Kamurocho, which is, you know, where 90% of the previous game, or not 90%, most of the previous games have been set in that city. So it's the biggest city. It's got the most detail and most depth to it. Now, the city that you start off with is not that city. It's a fictional area of Fukuoka, which is a capital city on the West Island of Japan called Kyushu. And I've actually been there before. Oh, look at me, go jet setter. You've been to Tokyo before too. Yeah, but I haven't been to, Kabukicho is the real life place that Kamurocho is based on. I've never actually been there before. Partly because, what's the point? It's a red light district. And second of all, it kind of scares the shit out of me. I mean, obviously Yakuza sort of plays it up a little bit, but still, there are Yakuza there, and I'm a tall, white, freaking gaijin. I don't want to attract attention. So, that's one thing you don't want to do, as far as Yakuza are concerned. But anyway, you know, it's about, it's anywhere between 1/3 to 1/4 the size of, Kamurocho, but the Fukuoka city is quite big and expansive. It's got a Sega center that has the UFO catcher that I freaking collected all the stupid things for. There's a new UFO catcher game. I think I did that in the demo. Not that it's up anymore. But there's like the normal UFO catcher where you gotta use the claw to grab something. And then there's a new one where you've got like a long pipe thing, and you've got to stick it into a hole. Sounds really dirty. But it's freaking hard. I did it though. I got the stupid Hatsune Miku freaking doll. And then there's Taika no Tatsujin, Virtual Fighter, and then friggin' photo booths where you gotta pose and Jesus. So I got all the pictures, of course. So I did all the poses, because you know you gotta. The only thing I didn't really do everything of is friggin' Virtual Fighter, because fuck that game. I wonder if the Answer X Answer is in this game. It wasn't in the Fukuoka Sega thing, but it might be in the Tokyo one. The Answer X Answer is a thing that's always been omitted in the English releases of all the games. Just because it's all Japanese and it just wouldn't translate very well. I'd actually be interested. I did see Yakuza 3 in the local used game store the other day. And I know that Yakuza 3 had a lot of content that was deleted when it was translated. I wonder if I should buy that. It depends on how expensive it is. If it's less than $10, buy it. But if it's more, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, well, fair enough. But yeah, what else was that? Yeah, there's the pachinko place. There is the convenience stores, which are interesting enough. There's been 8 download DLCs, free DLCs that have come out so far, and they're all accessed by the convenience store. Basically, they're little packs that give you 6 items, I think, or 5 items. 5 items. 3 like health item type things, a weapon, and a equipable thing. So it could be a weapon, could be a armor, could be an item that you can equip. So I got all that stuff. Interesting enough, a bunch of the weapons I can't actually use. I think it's because you got to unlock the ability to use them, which is strange, but I guess. One of the friggin' weapons that I got was double leaks. That's an obvious Hatsune Miku friggin' ripoff. Never quite understood why leaks like Hatsune Miku's got the whole leaks thing. I understand that it came from the what's the name of that song, Luke and Poker, which well, it didn't come from the song. The song was Luke and Poker. Then some guy took the video of that character from Bleach swinging around a leak with the song playing in the background, and then some other person made Hatsune Miku sing it, and then later on Hatsune Miku adopted the leak as her quote-unquote item. Weird. But anyway, leaks, man, leaks. And I can't wait to start beating the crap out of people with leaks. It's going to be awesome. What else did I do? Couldn't go to any of the hostess bars yet. That stuff's locked. Couldn't fish yet. That stuff's locked. Something else happened. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the convenience stores. Right. So I was at the convenience store, right? Well, actually, before I went to the convenience store, I went to the Don Quixote, and I found an instant yakisoba, like a noodle, like an instant ramen type box. And it's the same product that I bought like the other day at a discount, like not Don Quixote, but it's like Don Quixote type discount shop. And I was like, oh my god, that's like this, I've eaten that one. Anyway, you have one of those weird nerd moments. But in the convenience store, there's an ATM, and I guess you can deposit money into it or something. I don't really understand what the point of that is. But you can do, I think this has been in every single Yakuza game. I don't know if it was in the first one or not. But there's, like, in Japanese convenience stores, just as you enter the store, either on the left or the right, depending on the orientation of the store, there would be a rack of magazines. Some of them manga magazines, some of them food magazines, and right at the end you'd have your porn magazines, like right there, with nothing but a small divider like blocking the distance, and nothing but an 18 plus sign to let you know that these are actually 18 plus material. Because it's funny, right? You look at the front cover of an 18 plus magazine, and obviously it's some scantily clad chick doing some innocent pose. Makes sense. But then you go way over to the left, which is where all the manga, like the young boys manga video magazines are, and they've also got scantily clad women like wearing bikinis doing innocent ass poses, because they just put that on the cover of friggin' kids manga magazine. Ugh. It's weird. But anyway, you've always been able to like go to the magazine rack in Yakuza and look at the front page of like each of the magazines, and it sort of explains what the magazines are about. I believe some of them are real magazines. One thing that I've always wanted to do though is actually like open up the magazine and read it, which is what you can do at a real convenience store, but I've never done it because I feel weird when I do it. I feel like everyone does it. It feels weird to sit there and read a friggin' comic like in the middle of a convenience store. I don't know, it feels weird. It feels dirty in a way. Especially when it's one of those young boys ones that has the friggin' bikini chick on the front. Anyway. But yeah, you've never been able to actually read them. Now, I never notice in the Yakuza games. Maybe it's because they've omitted it. But in real convenience stores, you know, you've got your rack of your magazines, and then you'd actually have like a bookshelf. The bookshelf would have like book mangas, and I've checked out a few of those in the convenience stores. But in this game, they have those as well, and you can actually look at them. And there's a butt ton of them. And guess what? It's not the full manga, but it's like the first episode of a particular manga. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Don't know what they're saying, but yeah, I can read mangas, even though I can finally do what I've always wanted to do in a real convenience store, but I've always been embarrassed to do so. I can do it in a video game. Yeah. Alright. But there's a whole bunch of mangas. There's like 15 to 20 mangas. There's tons of them. And they're all like the first little bit. I don't know if it's the full episode of the first full episode, but it's like the first. It's always the start of the series, like chapter 1 or whatever. I noticed that they had initial D, like the first episode of Initial D, which is interesting. What else do they have? Oh, they had the first episode of Ghost in the Shell. Although I don't know if it was Ghost in the Shell or if it was Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, because the scene was the beginning of the Standalone Complex anime. I don't know if that's the same as the manga, because I'd never really read the original Ghost in the Shell manga. I've only seen the movies and the TV show, the anime. But and I've played the first game, a little bit of it. But and then I got to thinking, oh man, wouldn't it be friggin' awesome if Attack on Titan was in here? Wait. Oh my god. That's a Titan. Oh, this is where I had my super huge nerd. I nerded so hard, my pants came off. Like, they just ripped off. I just splooshed everywhere. The first chapter, maybe not the first chapter, but at least the first bit of Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan, is in Yakuza 5. It's so awesome. Oh my god, it's so great. Maybe that's why it'll never get translated, because things like that, they'd have to get licensing agreements to translate that stuff and like release it in the West. You're probably right, but oh man, so I read the first, bit of Attack on Titan, and I'm like, yeah! It almost makes me want to actually go out and buy the mangas, or maybe find somewhere I can read them in English, because I know that the mangas are far ahead of the TV at this point. Well, they've always been far ahead of the TV, but oh, that's so great! Oh, Attack on Titan, yeah. So you got Yakuza, yeah. You got Taika no Tatsujin, yeah, right? You got Hatsune Miku, yeah, that's later on in the game when you play as, what's-her-face? Haruka. And then you've got Attack on Titan, all in the one game? Oh, just kill me now. What could make this better? The only thing that could make this possibly better is that if Kiryu Kazuma has a heat action that lets him do a Fusto Ra. You mean Fusroda? Yeah, Fusroda, whatever. You know what? I bet he won't say Fusroda, but it will probably be something like that looks like a Fusroda. Really, I've never seen a Yakuza hit action where it's like a friggin' chi attack, because that's what it would be, where he just shouts and it just knocks enemies over. Well, I know that I've scared enemies and they've fallen over. That's true. It's not the same thing though. It's not. But that's the only thing that could possibly make this game better. It's just, what other IP could you possibly want in a Yakuza game? There's none. That's it. I've expanded everything. Oh, Shenmue? Yeah, maybe not Shenmue. I don't need Shenmue, but yeah, Attack on Titan in Yakuza is the hypest shit of the year. The year? Well, we're almost at the end of the year, so we can start saying things like this. I know that, but the hypest thing of the year. Maybe we should do like a hypest thing of the year. What is the hypest thing of the year? I don't know. I mean, if I could think of the top hypest things of the year, they would be something like playing the Gundam arcade game. That was cool. Playing Taika no Tatsujin again. That was pretty cool. Watching the Awa Odori dance. That was alright. What else did I do? Attack on Titan in general. Well, that's true. You know what? Attack on Titan in general is probably much better than fighting Attack on Titan in Yakuza 5. But anyway, I'll deal with that. What else has happened? What happened at the beginning of the year? Not much. Yeah, no. Nothing really happened. Alright, well, I think that's it. So when we come back, I'll find something else to talk about, and maybe I will have played some more Yakuza, and maybe found some more hype shit. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.